This happy Easter Sunday service is tinged with a little sadness for us as we say goodbye to our student placement, Brenda Elwell Sutton, whose last Sunday this is in the Carse Churches. Brenda's been with us since October, and if I had to characterise her placement in three things that I will always remember about Brenda being here, I would say the first is the voice, which is a voice that puts you in the mood for worship, I think, better than anyone else's I know in the church. It's just a fabulous instrument you have, Brenda. The second thing is the willingness to do all sorts of things, and more than once I have turned up and found you at a Kirk session meeting or a lunch club which I had not instructed you to attend, but you just wanted to be there and to get to know people and to become involved in things. And the third thing I'd say is that you are completely unfazed by anything. Put it this way, when a placement supervisor signs the student up to take part in a Game for a Laugh fundraising evening as part of the clergy team without really giving that student a choice about doing it, and the student doesn't immediately put in a bullying complaint against the minister to 121 George Street, that I think is a pretty good sign, and you have really been game for laughs and work and being asked to do things and all sorts. It would be completely inappropriate, of course, for any supervisor to read out any part of the final appraisal of the student publicly. But since there's obviously nobody else here and my computer just happens to have the report open, let me just read a few words. I think there are a lot of people who will agree with what I've said here. This is just a tiny little couple of sentences extract from a much longer report. I wrote, Brenda is a well-prepared and interesting preacher, mainly in a teaching and encouraging and pastoral style, and her sermons are theologically aware, carefully prepared, and very well delivered. She is well received by all age groups, and her warm and calm style is appreciated by everyone. She does not appear anxious, always comes ready for everything she's expected to do, and communicates expertly with sensitivity to the theological and liturgical expectations of our congregations. And the report goes on in a similar kind of vein. Brenda, a lot of people have said how sorry they are that we don't have a real service in church so that they can thank you and say goodbye. And some of them have said that they would have loved to have given you something to remember your time with us. Well, there are rules about how much a congregation can dip into their funds to make a gift to somebody, and the amount is not very high. But that is one of the advantages of being the minister of a triple linkage, with three legally separate congregations with three separate sets of accounts. So each Kirk session has contributed as much as they're allowed to do, and Mary Mellor went off to Tesco and found that they sold book tokens, and so we have for you a book token, which I will now put in the post to you, since I probably won't physically see you now for many weeks. And we would like you to use this, please, to get the first 2 or 3 textbooks towards whatever your next course is in your online course in Dingwall. I didn't remember what courses you said you were doing next semester, but if you could use that little token to prepare for that and remember us as you are doing so. Brenda, thank you. God bless you in the remainder of your training, and we look forward to having you back in the Carse once you are ordained to do supply or other work, goodness knows where, when, how, but I'm sure you will continue to be a blessing to us. Thank you.